Hello, guys, and welcome back. You're watching the Camera 64 podcast, and I am your host, Alfonso Chavez. And as always, we're coming to you from sunny San Antonio, Texas, from here in my garage. But today, we're not in the garage. We are actually out. We're getting ready to walk into our job for today. It's Saturday, and we've got a family whom I have been photographing for many years. At this point, I've done many of their birthday parties and many weddings and quinceañeras for this family, and today happens to be a baby shower. So we're going to be out here at their personal residence. I believe they're going to do this here in their garage because of the weather. They had planned on doing it outdoors, but they went ahead and moved it indoors to the garage, and so that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in somebody else's garage today, but I want to talk a little bit about the gear that I'm going to be using today. I brought out my original R6. My lens of choice, obviously, is going to be my 24-105, as always. But I did bring along my 16-35 f4 as well. So those are my two main lenses. I did bring out an extra body just in case I need to set up a second view for video. And that one is the 60D. I brought out the 60D. And that one is sporting the 17-55 2.8 from Sigma. It's an older lens, but it's fantastic. I love it. This is the third copy that I've owned of this lens, and so I'm super excited to be using it today. But we look forward to getting in there and shoot this, and I'll share a little bit of video of this for you. So here we are inside the venue, or actually their home, which happens to be in their living room. And as you can see, it also travels over into their dining room area. So one thing I really quickly noticed is that using my 24-105 probably wouldn't be the best option for this. So I went ahead and switched to my 16-35 f4, which ended up being the perfect choice for this particular event. So I did shoot all my pictures and my video moving forward after like the first two pictures, and that's what I ended up using for the rest of the day here. So this house was very large. So as you can see, they had a large number of guests there. There's some more that are in the back that you cannot see here, but yeah, it ended up being a great location. We were indoors because the temperature outside was really frigid, about 45, 50, which if you're from the south, that's frigid for us. So don't laugh at us if you're in an area where 60-degree weather for you guys is pretty normal. That's not normal for us. So 50 degrees felt really cold, and that's why they decided to go ahead and move this event indoors. I'm kind of glad that we weren't in the garage after all, because there was no light coming in versus here. As you can see with this particular shot here is that we have a tough situation with the brightness from outdoors and some of that shadow area, a lot of shadow area inside. So that did complicate things just slightly, but not so bad. And you can see there she is. They've been a great couple to work with. I really have enjoyed working with them. And that's going to end it. I just wanted to share a little bit of this video with you guys so you could see what the working conditions were, and we'll be sharing some pictures here coming up next. So here we are, guys. We're going to take a look at some of these pictures from the day, and I want to bring up some points about how I shot this and why I did some of the things I did. So switching to the 16-35 f4 was absolutely necessary here because there was not a whole lot of space to move around in that area. The house was in fact big, but with the tables and chairs and all the people walking around, it did make this a little bit difficult for me to move back in many situations. And so that's why the 24 to 105 just didn't work. It would have been nice for some tighter shots, but to be switching back and forth in a situation that's moving kind of quickly can be difficult. So I just went ahead and made the decision to just stick with the 16-35, which worked out to be good. And being that this is R6, I shot on the original R6, so you can actually zoom into a lot of these pictures and not have any issue with quality. Most of the time I'm delivering these around 5 megabytes, so it's more than enough for them to print usually a 5 by an 8 by 10 very comfortably without any kind of image quality loss at all. And so as we flip through these, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the settings so you can see my settings here. And I think I started off with having this on auto, and I don't know if I left it there or not, but we can see here just how dark it was. So the camera here is set at, I'm shooting at 5.6. I'm shooting here at f 5.6, and you can see that the camera selected ISO 1250. That just lets you know that it was really dark in there, and that was with me using a flash. So on camera flash, that's what I was using here, and that's what I would recommend most people do. And when you're doing on camera flash, I would highly suggest that you use the flash that's the same as your camera. So in my case, I'm shooting a Canon camera, so I have Canon flashes, and I do own a couple of copies, so it works out for me. I think I had the 550 with me in my bag this time, so I just put in some fresh batteries and started shooting that way. And all I did was I had it pointed straight up and had my bounce card out, which is a great trick. And because they have white walls and white ceilings, it works out to be pretty good. So this is the mom, and this is the mother, the great grandmother to the girl that's having the baby shower, and her oldest daughter. I believe this is the oldest daughter. And the camera stayed pretty consistent with its ISO, which is not a problem, as you can see. I mean, this is shot at 12,050, and the image quality is pretty darn good, actually. Nice and crisp and clear. And I always like to let new photographers know, because a lot of times you feel like you have to shoot in 2.8 or 1.4, and it's a trap that you can easily fall into if you're not keeping an open mind about it. See, I shoot most of these events at 5.6 and even f8 if I'm outdoors, and I have no problem doing that, because I would much rather have a whole bunch of pictures in focus than shooting at 2.8 and find out that for whatever reason my camera missed focus or whatever, and then I have a whole bunch of pictures that are out of focus, whether it be the camera's fault or my fault. It doesn't matter. But by shooting at 5.6, you open that window, and you guarantee that you're going to get some nice high quality pictures. See how nice that is. And to a lot of people, who have not been in the business for a long time and they're learning, I would much rather have 5.6 and everything in focus than 2.8 and missing a whole bunch of shots. Because then when you got to go back to the client, you got to explain yourself, why is that? Why did that happen? And to be quite honest, that would be an embarrassing situation. Now, I've been there. That's why, that's one of the big things about this, is that as a photographer, you're going to go through all these different stages. And I'm telling you from experience, because I've been there, guys. I've made that mistake. I shot one of the stories, and I think I have told this story before. I'm going to make it short and sweet. But I was shooting the Samyang 85 on my R6, and I was so excited to have the 1.4, and I ended up shooting the entire pre-session at 1.4. And when I got it back, it was a nightmare, guys, because none of her dress was in focus. Only her face was in focus, and her dress was not in focus, and it was a nightmare. But luckily for me, it was a good friend, as always, and that's another reason why you want to work with friends and people that you really know well, is because sometimes little mix-ups like that happen. we still make those errors. But needless to say, I explained the situation. I explained what was going on. They understood it, but it worked out. But you don't want to put yourself in that situation if there's no need for it, right? And so, as you can see, there's nothing fancy about this, guys. It's just a matter of me, catching what's in front of me. Nothing fancy about this. Let me bring this over here. This just proves that photography is more about the personality, right? Because let's be honest, anybody can shoot these pictures. There's nothing fancy about it. We're just capturing what's in front of us and supplying a good laid out pictures. So are they really buying the quote unquote best photographer? Or no, they're not. They're buying you, right? They're buying me when I'm out there. They keep hiring me back. They keep hiring me to do the pictures for this family over and over again. Why? Because of the pictures? No, anybody could shoot this. They have photographers in their family who can take really good pictures too, who could do this. But the reason they hire me to do it is because they want their family member to have a good time and enjoy the event as well, right? We don't want them working. And so I present myself well. I show up nice, well dressed. I'm always willing to give a hand for anything if they need help aside from photography. That's another cool tip, is that, you know, sometimes they might need help bringing in something from the car. They might need help flipping a burger because the chef stepped away. He's got to go to the bathroom, and so I see that the burgers need to be flipped. I go flip the burgers. It's little things like that, guys, that really people will remember you. They're like, man, my photographer was so good. He saw that my husband left the burgers and they needed to be flipped, and he went over there and took care of that too. I've been called Johnny on the spot numerous times, and I really like that. I really like that my customers see me that way, and know that they can trust me to be on the spot, right? I cover everything, man. I've Ubered people, grandma Mr. Uber, so Mr. Photographer guys out there going to pick her up. I've done that. The rings, they've lost rings. I've had to crawl. One time a ring was dropped. It was a wedding on a what do they call that? A balcony that's got the wood, and there's the photographer. They dropped the ring and it fell through the wood, and everybody was dressed up nicely, right? Nobody wants to crawl up underneath there and grab it. So who's doing it? Mr. Photographer's down there doing it. I'm dressed nice, but hey, I'm there to serve them, and that's what I do, is I serve them. So here she is posing with her little diaper cake, which I always think is cool. I like the theme for this too. They got Winnie the Pooh. She was super excited because she likes Winnie the Pooh, and she didn't know who was decorating or how they were decorating. She just arrived, and it was Winnie the Pooh. Very nicely done. I like this a lot. And this is me catching some of the family in the back, getting some of the food done. And it's just these little things. I mean, you're just catching, the event as it's happening, as it's unfolding, right? We never know how this is going to go, and so that's why they want you to record this. But that's been my video for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. This video took a little bit longer for me to do, and this is the kind of format that I really would enjoy doing more of, and it is my intentions to do these a little bit more. I did find a job. For those who are following along, I did find a job. I accepted a job at an idea school, and I'm looking forward to helping them out. But once I get going on that, then I'll have my middays free, and I can work on doing some more of these videos. At my old job, it was very difficult to find time because of the amount of hours I was working. But now that I'm back at just working 40 hours a week, then I'll have some more time to be able to do some more of these videos. If you're liking the video, give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions about any kind of Canon gear, I would be more than happy to help you. I consider myself to be a Canon expert, only because I've shot everything from the 1D, the 5D series. I've shot all the mirrorless at this point. I've tried them all. I've shot on them all. And also with APS-C cameras. They are all fantastic cameras. So if you have any questions concerning Canon gear, I've been shooting Canon since the very beginning, which at this point is about 20 years. So if you have any questions about Canon gear, just ask them there. Also, I'm considering making a Canon get together group. So if that might be something that you'd be interested in attending or being a part of, let me know, because if I do see some feedback as far as somebody wanting that, I might actually organize that and get that up and running. I think that would be something cool, so I could meet the people who are watching my videos. That would be amazing if I could do that. And of course, that would be here in San Antonio or in Universal City, which is actually where I live, which is just north of San Antonio, in the suburbs. But aside from that, guys, I hope you are enjoying these videos. And if you are, like I said, thumbs up, thumbs down. If there's something that you didn't like or you think I could do better, let me know. But until next time, guys, you take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.